the big salad. You had to order the big salad, right? The big salad. You couldn't have had just a regular salad. No, you had to get the big salad. And if you remember that, that's a Seinfeld episode. It's when George Costanza bought Elaine a salad, but he wanted the big salad. And it costs a little bit more money than the regular salad. And if you remember George, he was kind of frugal. And so he had to make it a point that he paid for this expensive big salad. I love Seinfeld. I'm a huge fan. So why am I starting off with this really unusual vignette? Because this is lifestyle change strategy number 6, I believe. And guess what it is? It's all about the big salad. So here's a super simple strategy. Many of us tend to overeat in the night, starting with dinner. So you have the nighttime snacking, and then you have the big dinner. And a lot of the reason is because we've totally flip-flopped the ideal way of eating, right? The ideal way of eating is eating breakfast like a king, having that the biggest meal, lunch like a prince, moderate-sized meal, and dinner like a pauper, a small-sized meal. And what we often do is the complete opposite. We have a small breakfast, something really simple, or we skip it altogether, which is awful. And then we have a decent sized lunch, and then we're starving by the time we get home, or by the time it's dinner time and we have a huge dinner. And then after that, we keep snacking and everything else at the worst time to consume the most calories, because our metabolism is starting to slow down and preparing us to sleep. So first off, you want to flip that around. But in terms of helping you get out of this habit of having too many calories at night, this is a super, super simple strategy. Basically, have a big salad and then have your dinner, and chances are you are not going to eat nearly as much for dinner, and chances are you're going to eat less for snacks, and maybe even be able to eliminate snacking altogether at night, which would be amazing. Salad is awesome because it's very calorically sparse. You can have a huge salad, and as long as you're using low-fat dressing and you're not like dousing it on, you could have a monster salad and it may only cost you like 100 calories, which is incredible. My wife used to laugh at me all the time because I'd bring out this salad bowl. I'm not joking. It's huge. It's like the kind of bowl that you would use to make like a whole crap load of mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. Like that's what I use for my salad bowl. Lettuce. I mean, you can eat like pounds of lettuce and it may be like 20 calories or something like that. Cucumber is like 90% water. And again, you could eat like 10 cucumbers and it might be 10 calories or something like that. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it's really low in the calories. And then tomatoes are not very high in the calories. And as long as you're not using, like I said, a full fat dressing and dousing your salad with it, you could have a humongous salad for like no more than 100 calories. Now, be careful of some of the condiments or the extras that we tend to use on salads because they can greatly boost the caloric content of any salad. I'm talking about things like olives that have olive oil. That's great because it's a healthy fat, but it's going to add to our overall caloric content. Croutons, are another thing. Often they're usually baked, but some are fried, I think. So you got to be careful of that. Carbs and fat, right? And again, boosting the caloric content, which is the real thing that we have to watch out for when we're trying to do this strategy. Onions can be great. They're not a heck of a lot of calories. Trying to think of other things. Peppers, a little bit more calories than, let's say, a cucumber, but totally fine. So, I mean, you can really have some creative salads with like all sorts of vegetables. You can even put in some broccoli or cauliflower that's raw, all sorts of different things. But the majority of the salad's composition should be from lettuce, because that's really low calories. And you have one of these gigantic salads and it's only like 100 calories, your stomach is already feeling really full. You're not going to eat that much for dinner. It's a great, simple strategy. And like I said, just be mindful of what extras you're putting in your salad, and make sure you try to find like a reduced fat salad dressing that's got around 50 to 60 calories per serving, which is usually about 2 tablespoons. So like the majority of the calories are really going to be from the dressing. So let's say you use like 4 tablespoons, right? Which is a good amount of salad dressing. That's going to be a good 100 calories. And then with all that stuff in your salad, that might be like 50 to 60 calories with the lettuce and cucumbers and all that stuff, and some tomatoes. It's still under 200 calories, and it's got a good amount of dressing. I mean, I'm talking to people that, they really need like a decent amount of dressing in their salad. It's still not going to be more than 200 calories, which is still really minimal in terms of the amount of food you get to eat, and how it's going to really help you with portion control for dinner, and maybe even help you eliminate those nighttime snacks. This is Dr. Fields with lifestyle change strategy number 6, the Biggggg salad.